You're listening to the Grieving Mamas Club podcast, a space for moms who are on the wild ride of motherhood while navigating their grief journey.
We're Cara and Rashida. Between the two of us, we're motherless moms of 4 toddlers and an angel baby. Together, we're going to feel our feels, but also remind you that there's joy on the journey too. Let's dig in. Hello, listeners, and welcome to season 2, episode 14 of the Grieving Mamas Club podcast. Today, I thought it would be fun because this episode, well, it could be fun or really griefy. You never know. You never know with it.
Yeah.
It could be hilarious or it could be triggering. We're going to talk about Christmas or holiday, I should say, holiday traditions in general, and like the ones that we've gotten from our childhood, ergo our moms, the ones that we are taking to use with our kids, or the ones that we are breaking. So I'm calling it the ones we take, the ones we break. See what I did there?
I like it.
But before we dive into that, per usual, we'll start with our weeks. How was your week, Cara?
Girl, it has been a lot. When is it never a lot?
I know. Ellie Belly's birthday's coming.
Ellie Belly's birthday is today. We have a big 6-year-old. And I swear, I was talking about this with another friend. It's crazy, right? Like the month or so, like leading right up to their birthday. Have you noticed like something in their brain, just like a maturity level, just like clicks, and they just like puts them like that much further. Like all of a sudden, they just change a little bit more, and so I've noticed that, especially last month in October. I was like, oh, she just is saying things, like putting sentences together more eloquently. I don't know.
Yes.
So yeah. So 6 feels big. Like
6,
it's 5 felt like, okay, good. This is fine. You're still like a little kid, and she's still a little kid at 6, but just felt younger, obviously. But like just by 6 is like, oh my gosh, she's gonna be 7 and 8 and 9, and like she'll be driving in 10 years. It's like, what? How? I was like,
yeah.
So
I agree. 6 feels like a kid. Like I had feelings about 5.
Yeah.
I was like, 5 is not a toddler. Like 4 is a toddler, 5 is not. Like decidedly not. And 6 is just like another step away from like that baby. So it like feels, it's weird. 6 is weird.
It is weird. It is weird. So yeah, today's her birthday, and that's been fun. And Brian, we are just at the tail end of wrapping up hunting season. So Brian got his time away, which we all know we need it. We all know we're huge proponents of it, etc.
Yes, self-care, yada yada yada.
But yes, but 13 days in the woods, not consecutively.
Oh, I was like,
it was broken up, but still, like, regardless of like, he leaves on a Thursday and comes home he was coming home on like Monday night. So like by the time Sunday rolls around, I was just like, don't fucking talk to me.
Pretty much. Yeah.
You don't need to. He's like, how are the kids? I'm like, you don't actually, why are you even asking? You don't want to know.
Care. Yeah.
Like you don't need to know, because then I know that puts like undue stress on him. Totally. And then it just pisses me off even more. So I was just like, can you just stop asking, because you're not going to like the answer. Like, and they're fine. It's just hard, Yeah.
And they're not doing anything other than being kids, but I'm still
Yeah. And like there is this like reel or whatever on Instagram. It's like kid math or something, and it's like one kid feels like 2 kids when you have, well, no, 1 kid feels like 1 kid, but then you have 2 kids feels like 5 kids. But then when you just have 1 kid, that feels like 0 kids. But then when you have 3 kids, that feels like 5 kids. But then, I know I butchered it. But I was like, oh my, it is 100%.
One kid feels like 1 kid. Like 1 kid is like, oh, this is a life change. 2 kids, I still am recovering.
Still, yes. We had 1 kid for like a morning for a Saturday morning. Ellie went to go spend the night with my sister-in-law, and it was just Brooks, and Brian and I were like did the leaves, and he was like playing in them, and it was just like easy, and he's not the easy one. He's the buster. Like,
But
so I was like,
but she only had one.
yeah. It was like, yeah. So anyway, that's my week. How about yours? What's up with you?
So before we started recording, Kara was like, "Did you get a new light fixture?"
Yes.
I did.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna talk about this. Let's pause. Not gonna tell you about the light fixture because I'm gonna talk about this in aggregate." So I am feeling right now, I'm calling it house depressed, or maybe I'm house horny for another house.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Yes.
I want another house so badly. Like,
Wait, like to have two houses or just to move?
You want this house, make the house a memory.
Oh, yeah.
The problem right now is interest rates are 8%. Okay.
No, but marry the price, not the interest rate. So they say.
But you still have to pay the interest rate.
I know. But
and with an STD, you still get an STD.
Did Kira roll the STD lesson? I don't know. I
don't know where that analogy came from, but it is that you get both.
Yeah. But maybe even then, anyway, keep going. Yeah.
Even then, the prices in where I live are ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Which
is good because you can get a lot for your house right now, but then you're paying for.
But then you can't. What do you do with that money? Sit on it and like buy a condo? I guess I don't effing know. But here's what I know: the houses on these parts are going for $1 million entry.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Entry.
Yes, I bet your house would sell for that.
No way. Not this house. No. I think it would sell for the 5s or 6s, which is significantly more than we paid for it. But
yeah,
I'm just like, so I made a mistake. We went on a family walk on Sunday, walked past an open house for this like new construction, beautiful, bless you, Kara sneezing.
Thanks. I'm back.
Yes. We went past this like new construction, beautiful home, like turnkey. Everything was beautiful on the inside.
Ooh.
Well, and as I was looking, they had an open house, and so I was like, I'm gonna go back to the open house. At the open house, I discovered that the house was $1,750,000. Like, ooh. And as I was walking through, she's like, "Are you like interested?" And I was like, "No." Like, I'm just
curious
neighbor. Yeah. I'm just a nosy ass neighbor. And then I tried to play it off like, I did have $1 million, and I was like, this isn't in the right elementary school we want anyway.
No, you did not. Did you really?
Because I was like, what's my broke ass doing in here? She then looks at the other agent and she's like, "Oh, maybe the house on Fillmore will be better for her." And I was like, "No, probably not."
Yeah, still, yeah, I don't know what, yeah.
Yep, gotta go.
You're like, what's that, honey? An emergency? Okay, yes, I can go. Yeah.
Oh, it's an emergency. Yes.
My broker's calling, or my financial advisor's calling. I have another investment to make.
He's saying, "Bitch, you can't afford that." So this light fixture and several other things we are doing to our house is our attempt to like our house again. Because we're stuck here.
Yeah. Same. I feel that so hard. We've been in our house for 10 years now. No, 9 years. And it's like, we've made all like there's always like necessary updates. Like, it has like new windows. We got new flooring. Now I'm like, all right, I want to get down to the fun stuff. I want a new kitchen. I want a new master bath. I want built-ins, the list goes on, but like the list is endless also. And it's like, how much do you truly sink into your current home? And you like, will you get that money back? I don't know. Like, I don't know.
This is what I was like, we could, like, is that worth? Do we feel like we're going to stay here long enough to sink that much money into this house?
Right.
To stay here full time. And if we're smart, we refinanced it during the pandemic like everybody did.
Yes.
Got our rate to like 2%. So from 2 to 8, I just can't.
It just is a wild wild shift in how much more money that is. Like it's a complete game changer. It's like if you were able to buy a house in the pandemic, like where that was like, around 700, where that house, like
yes, we're at probably 600 or 700.
Yes, at 2%, then that's a different. Oh my God, listen to us.
I know.
Home talk.
Financial podcast.
Yeah.
Planning podcast.
We're on
dark all right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not good for you. It's not good for me. It's not good for thee.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So yes, that's what I have been spending the week wandering the halls of my house.
Yeah.
Being
what else are you trying to update?
We're getting a new master bathroom because our master bathroom currently has a primary bathroom. Ben and I had a long conversation about the use between. Here's a quick little history lesson for you guys. Master bathroom is out, or master bedroom is out. Primary is in. Ben,
I totally used it. Yeah,
I do too. But and I had to give Ben a quick slavery lesson. And why do you think it's called a master bathroom, Ben? And he was like, he was like, oh. Like, yes. So anyway, we're getting a new primary bathroom because ours is a little bitty. She's a little, like, only one person can truly fit in there. But we've never had a shower in there, and we've been here for 7 years. And we have this, like, hot pink, maybe it's like an orangey color, like a coral pink jacuzzi tub in there. Like an extra wide fucking jacuzzi tub.
Yes.
We've used maybe 3 times.
Yes.
It's time for it to go.
Yes, we have one as well. And I had this argument, like, that we have a jacuzzi tub in our primary and a shower, and they're separate.
Mm-hmm.
And then the kids have a bathroom, and it's like all one, the tub and the shower. Mm-hmm. Like, could we just get rid of that tub altogether? And like, I don't know what would we repurpose it as, but like, we
some extra area or something. I don't know. So we have 2. We don't have 2. We just have the jacuzzi tub. So we can shower in our actual bathroom. We all just have to use like the main one. And the older my kids get and the more toys they collect and the more just like things that they have, the more annoyed I get at having to share a shower with them. First world problem, I am so aware.
Yeah.
So
good for you.
Yes. New or bathroom update. What else are we doing? Oh, recently, we redid our entire front, like, landscaping. So that was nice.
Oh, damn. It's nice, but it's nice. And that's right. You did do that. And you were like, flip the coin now.
She looks good. Yeah, she looks good on the outside. She looks good on the outside.
Yes.
And then we're going to
that's a big one.
God awful, in one room, in our front room, we had god awful white carpet that we ripped up like 3 years ago, and so now we're finally doing the other god awful carpet in our family room and ripping that up and putting hardwood down in there. So
yes,
changes.
Those are great changes.
It
feels good.
It's still not $1 million home, but
no, that's okay. You know what?
$1 million in our hearts.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes it's just more to clean.
Yeah, that's sure, Karen.
You talk about then you hire it out.
Yeah, I know. I was like, you know what? One of my friends did say that the other day. She was like, right, but like the bigger house you had, you still aren't going to want to do things. So like, you still have to hire out somebody to clean. So like, it would take more money to clean the house and more money to heat the house. All these other things. So you're not. You're getting more than $1 million house.
Yes, she's right. Your friend's right.
And let's not pretend I can afford that. I don't even need I don't even need to sit here and be like, well, no,
right. No. And you don't want to be house poor either because the DoorDash how's your DoorDash tab coming along?
Oh, wonderful, girl. We're still doing good.
Wow. Yeah. I've got to say, for like the next week after you and I talked about, because everybody's listening to us, like, DoorDash was like, hey, come back. And I was like, I wonder if you're getting like the same code.
Yes, I am.
Are.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
You will not. I get at least every other day, I get to try one of your old favorites.
Yeah.
Like, leave me alone. We're doing well.
No.
Okay?
No.
We're doing well.
And it leaves room for all these other updates that you're able to make to your house.
Correct. So, and that's why we need to do it. Because I'm like, what else me? something's got to change, and it ain't gonna be
Yes.
this house. So
Yeah. Dashing.
So here we are. So that's been my week. Focusing. Oh, and yesterday I took it upon myself to remove the face of our, like the doors off of our fireplace. So now it's just there.
A hole. Oh, wow.
Yeah, till I figure that out.
Nice. Hey,
I'm
I
really
think
good at
that's
that. I'm really good at like, let's just take this out.
Yeah, and you're like, see if I like it. Then you know.
Yeah.
I know. I like
Good one.
immediate. I need immediate like gratification
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
I think that those are pretty cheap. Like that.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
place thing.
I need a new one. This one was like a like really
Brass.
gross.
Yeah.
Brass. So I'm just gonna update that. See, we're gonna just do little things.
Yes. Good for you.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Golf.
gotta stay here.
Yeah. At least for a little bit. And then it makes sense. Like when things hopefully settle down, then maybe you'll be at a better spot to resell the bitch and, upgrade.
I was like, because Ben works in finance, I was like, there's got to be a crash coming soon, right? Can't we buy one of these foreclosed mega mansions? Come on.
Yeah.
How much is foreclosed going? I don't care if I have to clean out somebody's stuff out the drawers.
Right. Yeah. You probably pretty much, when we moved into our house, speaking of cleaning stuff out the doors, I was like, this is drawers. So gross. In our primary bath, we have like a sink, a Jack and Jill sink, but they're not like connected. There's like a thing, like a cabinet in between them. That's, I don't know. They were all big DIYers here, previous owner.
So were they here too? And you're like,
yeah. I'm like, okay. And so I open up one of the drawers of this metal cabinet, and there's fucking nails, clipped nails. And I was like, okay. I couldn't even, I don't even want to get the vacuum out for that, because then it's just like forever. I know that you can clean out the vacuum, but
they were
like
just
it's
clipping
forever
their
the vacuum.
nails over. What a wild choice.
And like saving them. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just like, okay. I should have, there's like one of those things, like, I feel like when you move into a house, you should probably just hire like a team to come in and just blast the joint. We didn't do that. We didn't
have the money to do that at the time.
We had the money to do that. We were
we were like, nope, clean it up. Let's get in there.
Yeah. We were a little bit house poor.
Yeah.
So we needed to stay back. Yeah. And it was me. And my mom didn't teach me to cook or clean. So,
But you still got that ring.
Yeah. But I still got that ring, and here we are. Fooled them. Yeah.
Same. We did not hire movers when we moved into here.
Oh, we did do that. Yeah.
Nope. I was like, every dollar counts. And we hired I will never forget this. And this is why we will hire movers next time we move ever. Because this is back when before I became the convenience queen, I was the frugal Franny. And I was like, nope, I can do that on my own. Nope, I can do that on my own.
It comes out of this bank account. I know exactly this.
I have 17 bank accounts. I knew where the money was. Yes.
Yeah.
So we hired like one of those, those pods. They like bring it to your house. They put it down. You put stuff in it.
Yeah.
You pick up the pod. So I was like, this is how you game the system. You have the pod come, you load the pod, and then they drop the pod off at your new house. So that's what.
Yeah.
However, I just remember distinctly standing on our living room couch inside of the pod, yelling at Ben about something.
Oh, no.
So truly standing over him inside of this fucking pod in the parking lot of the condo we lived in.
Yeah.
Truly screaming at him about something fucking.
Oh, yeah.
And at that point, we were already married. So
yeah. Fine.
Yeah. And ever since then, we were like, we're never going to do that again. We're going to hire movers.
I feel like you are starting to go down the path of this could be like a learning lesson, as a part of grief, like if someone dies and you need to move and pack it all up, don't do it the cheap way.
No.
It might be worth it to look into.
It might be figure out where you can cut costs elsewhere and hire the movers. Because that was
Yeah. Which, how many times has someone sent you that Today Show the two girls who lost their mom, and they're just sitting there, like, it's about all of it. I think Kip actually sent it to us. I haven't, but like, I've been sent, no kidding, like, it was, I think she just said this morning. She's like, this would be good for podcasts, but like, or it seems right on brand for you guys. But
yeah, I did see that. I didn't look at it yet, but I saw it come through.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, it's funny because it's like these two chicks, I think they lost their mom, and it's all this stuff that they didn't realize that they have to go through. Like, they realize like taxes and, like all of these like general life things that like your mom or someone teaches you. It ain't school, but that's for another conversation. But and so they were just like laughing about, like, I didn't know that I had to blah blah blah. Like,
yeah,
a good example.
All those things. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? I had I think I might have said this on the podcast before. Maybe I haven't. Or I wrote a blog post about this or something. So I swear to you, when my mom died, I had a lot of life skills. Like, so I swear sometimes she knew her time was going to be short with me because I had a lot of life skills. Like my toys as kids were like life skill toys. Like I knew how to write a check at 6 years old because I had, yes. Yeah. This is a great idea. We should talk about this on another episode too, but a preview.
I got it. I got plans.
Yes, I like this. But my mom got me, maybe not 6 or 7 probably, when people wrote checks. I had
They're still writing checks here and there. They're
writing checks.
I know.
I had a play checkbook situation, right? And this right here, after I tell you the story, you're going to be like, bitch, that's why you had 17 accounts. Your mom did.
Yeah.
So I would have a little checkbook and the little register where you balance. And I would be like, my mom would be like, okay, you have $500. And I'd be like,
$5. Yeah.
Sarah.
Yeah.
And then I could write people checks and deduct the money. And so I would, and then when I was out of money, I had to go back to my mom, and my mom would be like, well, what are the things that you paid for? My aunt recently found a check that I wrote for her, not recently, it was a little bit ago, that I wrote for her to like pay her car payment. And it was like,
she didn't have much left. She was almost done. Yeah.
No, and it's like little 6-year-old Rashida was like, I got you. I'm
Yeah.
Let me write you this check, girl. So
that's so cute.
I have so many things like that I learned, as a kid. And I'm sure, I don't know why my mom was like, my daughter needs to know these things. But like, so in my mom, you can ask any of my college friends too, they will tell you that. Like when there is a life situation going on or like something that they didn't know how to do, they will, they deferred to me. Like a friend of mine got into a car accident and I was in the passenger seat with her. It was like a fender bender. And I got out immediately and started being like, okay, get your insurance, get your and
that tracks wildly because you've always been like the take charge. You know exactly what to do. I've never questioned it because it felt right. It felt right, and it was right. Like,
I don't know what part of my mom was like. She never said the words like, I'm teaching you these life skills because one day I won't be here. She never said those words. She never said, you need to know these life skills because it's important as a Black woman. Literally never said those things. All of it was games.
But she was
in there. Yeah, it was here. She was like, you will know how to do this.
Mona.
I did.
You did. That is, what an amazing life. That's amazing that she blessed you with that.
Yes. So,
with those tips,
grief,
tricks.
I was like, I had to take care of, which was the problem, right? So then she was a woman who was ready to take care of business at the drop of a hat. So then instead of grieving for 7 years, I was taking care of business until I ran out of things. And then I was like, oh shit, I'm fucking sad.
Yes. And right. Yes, exactly. I think I have more questions for you, but I want to save it for if we come back and cover the kind of like the business side of grief.
I like that. Yep, I like that. I'm going to write it down so we don't forget it.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, we be
me too. BUSIN.
Yeah, that's good. Good job, girl. Good job.
Thanks. Actually, producer Brian is the one. We were just talking right before, and he's like, "Hey, I got an idea for you guys. I was thinking, oh, what?" And I was like, "Well, thank you." He's coming in. He's like, just thinking about you guys. He's like, you guys are past
13 days.
Yeah.
13 days of hunting.
Something I'd like to bring back up to him, I got to figure out how, is that while he was sitting in his little tree, I guess sitting in his tree, I shouldn't belittle it, but like, he was like,
Not you. While he was sitting in his little tree.
yeah, little tree, just having all of his kid-free time, snacking, having drinks after, whatever. He was texting me a lot of like really sweet stuff, like cool. But he's like, I want to buy you something. And I was like, deep down, I was like, okay, yes, like, bye. But then instead I was like, oh no, honey, I don't need anything. And then we get into an argument about money like last week. And I'm like, I want to be like, well, you just said you're going to buy me something. So like, where is that? I need to figure out how to bring
it back up. Just bring it back up. Do what I do. Wait, you know what? Do what I do.
Okay.
Wait until it's the middle of the workday and then send a passive-aggressive text.
Okay. How does that work out for you? Does it work?
Yes. I did it.
Okay.
I performed this act last week, and Ben did indeed clean out the storage room. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it works. Just do it, okay? Just give it a try.
Okay.
And if it doesn't, I'm living in my basement since Ben cleaned it.
Yeah. Yes. Perfect.
Anyway,
all right.
Guess we talk about, the purpose of the
topic,
grief stuff too. But yes, let's talk about the topic.
Every episode has a topic and
Yes, we try. Yeah, it has a purpose. Not just you guys actively listening to Cara and I catch up. Fine. Okay. Holidays. Traditions, things. You go first. What's the holiday tradition that you did as a kid that you were excited to do with your kids?
I'm going to flip it a little bit. And because it's easier for me to think, it sounds terrible, but maybe it's easier for me to think of the things that I don't do and don't want to do versus versus the other. But like, so for one, my mom learned behavior from her parents going into debt over Christmas.
Yeah,
like
too.
Yeah. I just
okay. Yeah.
And then it's at what point is it enough? So here you're in somewhat of a same situation with Dom and producer Ben, and there's another birthday. There's another 3 birthdays.
Dad.
Mm-hmm. Ben's dad.
All at the beginning of December. Yep.
Yes. So we have Ellie, who's in mid-November. Then we have Christmas, and then Brooks in early January. And it's just a lot. Like I was bleeding. We are bleeding money. But so you have to be smart about what you're spending, because it's really easy to go off the rails, especially with all these sales. They just make it really easy to just spend. And, my grandparents, my mom's mom and dad, they would max out credit cards and be paying off on it for the rest of the year. And that's like my mom, when she told me that, she was like gleaming. She thought it was like the best thing ever. Like they would get a new Christmas dress, and they would just all of this stuff. And then I do carry on the tradition of like a new like holiday Christmas outfit.
Yeah.
Or but like the going into debt, it's just that I don't want that. I'm not trying to play like that. I love to shop, so it'd be very easy for me to do. It's not good. Yeah.
Not good. Like,
and here's the other thing. These kids, they like Ellie gets a freaking something, or Brooks, poor Brooks, he has like a ball, but like all of his toys just get taken or whatever. So these kids just get so much year round that by the time Christmas comes around, they like will play with it, and they're super excited, and it's so gratifying to watch them tear through all those presents and love what Santa and what we bring them. But like at the same time, then they're done playing with it 3 months later. At best, 3 months. So then I'm playing this game.
That's going in for the stars. Yeah.
Yes, it is. So then I'm playing this game of like, okay, you haven't played with this shit in forever. So I'm going to put it in the basement, hide it from you. Then I'll like spend the rest of the year like kind of like recycling toys. And there's some that just old faithfuls that stay. But like, what's the point of spending all of this money for? It's just ends up to be shit. It's just shit.
Yes.
And I know.
Look around and you're like, there's so much shit in my house. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
There's so much shit in my house.
Yes. Case in point. Okay. So for Ellie is like really into like the American Girl dolls and like all of that. She loves Barbies too, but like American Girl dolls. So I have like 6 OG original American Girl dolls that my mom got me, which again goes back to the crazy amount of spending.
Very expensive.
Very expensive for everyone, but she wouldn't let me play with them. They all had to like sit up on their shelf in my room. I could only stare at them, and I was just like, so I'm like, you know what?
They wore like colonial garb and stuff. Yeah. Anyways,
colonial. Okay, yeah, I'm going to. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So like the new American Girl dolls are like much more like cuter, like today's clothes. Yeah. Which, yeah, I don't know why they started off.
Because they were like iterations, like what's her fuck? What's
Samantha, Molly? Yeah,
the Molly was like the 1920s girl. Okay, look,
let's
bring back up slavery again and talk about how Addie, the only American girl at our time, the only black American girl though, was a girl from like the slave times. The F.
Okay, that's that's not right. Yeah, I mean, I'm like, wow, how far we have come.
But, yes.
Yeah. So I give Ellie one of my American Girl dolls, and she opens her presents. She opens her presents this morning, and she's of course like I forget. I'm trying to like look and see what I think it's. It's not Samantha. I don't know who it is. I'll figure it out. But anyway, she's like, oh, like these. She's like, I want to get her dressed up in these like other clothes because she had like legit like crocheted laced socks and like what are like those pants that they used to like bloomers that like went down to like her calves and
Elena's like this bitch.
Yeah, she's kind of dressed old timey, so she like immediately redressed her and but and so then we got her like a couple other outfits to dress her dolls in, and then this big fucking ice cream truck. It's the Target version of those dolls. So the OG, they're like our generation.
They're called our generation. Yep.
Yeah, which are so thick and cute, and
they are cute.
$20 a pop or so. We got her like it was on sale. Trying to budget. And then she opens up and she loves the ice cream truck. I know for a fact this shit's all going to be done a couple weeks. I'm going to have this giant fucking ice cream truck. Brooks loves it. He was buzzing all around the kitchen, the house today, loves it. But because it's a motorized vehicle and he's a boy, he loves that shit. So that's my future with that. So anyway, number one, not trying to go into debt because I know it's not worth it. It's just not worth it.
I love that. I do love that.
Yeah.
What else?
So what? Yeah.
Well,
what else?
See. No, I'm gonna go. Okay, I'll go. My one. Let's see. One that I am breaking, I guess. Is so, and I just break this one all year long, anyways, because my mom was a hardcore like baker, cooker, all of the things. So like her and my stepdad would make these elaborate like Thanksgiving and Christmas meals. Like my mom would make like 9 cakes and like 22 sweet potato pies, and that's but probably 4 sweet potato pies. And just because she also enjoyed it. So sometimes like when you look back, when you're missing your mom, and sometimes in your mind you put in your head that like you should be doing this because your mom did it, but then you remember like your mom did it probably because in some aspects she liked it and I don't. So I have to.
Release that guilt.
And so I don't do that. We don't make most of the cooking comes from Ben's parents cook for Thanksgiving. I might make a dish. Mostly I just bring the alcohol. On Christmas morning, Ben makes this like casserole situation, and and that's essentially we nibble on that, and we like might make a frozen pizza later. Like there is no big Christmas to do or dinner. And so I break that tradition.
Yes. It's not as maybe it's a little bit the same, but maybe not as serious as like breaking that generational cycle because, or like maybe it's like with my mom not letting me play with these dolls and you not feeling like you need to, because you need to like bake all of this like extravagance and, like, would your mom be like, oh, well, Rashida, you should be doing this kind of thing? Like, or I don't know if you feel like you need to do that at all, but
she might. In some ways, she might be like, what are you doing? You're not cooking a date thing. And I'm not cooking it. But also, I don't know if maybe that would be different if she was still here into my adult age. So like maybe her and I always made cakes together on Thanksgiving evening before. Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But in the absence of knowing, what I do know is I'm not making anything.
Yeah.
Occasionally I'll make a cake. Occasionally, if I feel like it, like last Thanksgiving, I made my mom's pound cake recipe.
Oh, yes.
It turned out delicious. But this year, I found myself starting to already feel guilty that I wasn't doing it. Like, I just don't have the time. I really don't.
Yep. No, you don't.
There's no... Between, like, random days off school and kind of
the school.
Like, I just don't... Yeah, and so I had to, like, sit down and be like, do I want to make the cake because I feel like I should out of, like, honoring my mom, or do I really want to make the cake?
Yeah.
And the answer is, I don't really want to make the cake, so I'm not going to.
Yes. Yeah. Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
I've been all about lately, all about breaking those generational cycles and the feelings of guilt for not doing something, or feeling like you owe it to somebody just because they hold a certain title in your life or in your family.
Yeah.
Totally. It's
1,000%.
Some people, don't understand that. I think, but more of our generation, that's what it's more all about. It's this,
because we're different putting up boundaries, I guess. Like like our generation, our parents didn't put up boundaries probably to their parents, and so they expected like not have boundaries put up on them. And I'm like, no boundaries. We had real quick note on boundaries. We had a sitter on Saturday, and she's a younger. She's like she's go in community college, so what, 18, 19 tops.
Yeah.
And so we had her till 10:30, but like 9:45, I asked if we could have her till 11 or 11:30 because we were going to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And
having fun.
We were out. And she was like so apologetic, like deeply apologetic. She was like, I'm so sorry, but I literally just promised my parents that I would wake up really early to like go, whatever. It didn't even matter. She didn't.
Yeah, she could have said that.
No. And so I left Ben where he was because I was like, well, there's both of us going home. Kids are already asleep.
Yeah.
So I'll go home. And so I get home and she's again she was like actively working on her homework at my kitchen counter too.
Oh.
And deeply apologetic and like was just like, I'm so sorry. If this was any other weekend, I would stay as late as you guys ever needed me to, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, boundaries are healthy, so don't apologize for setting them. I asked for 10:30.
Yeah.
You gave me 10:30.
Yeah.
Like, yes, that's okay. And she was like, okay, but I am really sorry. I was like, no.
Yeah. Probably the first time she heard that, maybe. I don't know.
I know, I think it did.
Gen Z.
Her face was like, huh? And I was like, fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
She's probably like, where'd this grand millennial come?
I know.
Is she on the talks with this kind of speak?
The grandmama came home and said, yes. But anyway, I think boundaries. We're the generation that is starting to set boundaries. We started setting boundaries so Gen Z could really abuse boundary setting because they really are. Boundary setting a little.
They are.
Like, we're just trying to like survive and like, go to therapy and stuff.
Right.
Anyways.
No, they don't need it. Well, no, I don't know. They might feel like that. Another one that I am breaking is the over decorating. Like, she's gonna feel like, okay. Let me tell you, my mom was so in. These like little Coca-Cola villages. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it. It's like kitschy. It's cluttery, and I'm not saying that my house isn't full of clutter because you saw my background before I put the blower on.
Yep.
Yeah. Shit. There's a lot going on back behind me. partly because my husband's a hunter and there's a lot of deer on the walls, and that's not my vibe. But anyway, so yeah, these little Coca-Cola village that I have now inherited. She also has a Halloween village that I have inherited as well. And it can be cute, but it's just like little stuff, not good to have around a 2-year-old. It's more shit to like put batteries in. It's more shit to light up, find another power strip. You got to find a clear space, a clear tabletop to put all this stuff. And that's another thing that I have to either set a timer on or remember to turn on and off. And also get in and out and pack. It's like all meticulously wrapped and like taped and like all of these like paper towels and scotch tape and Ziplocs and boxes. And I'm just like, there's snow, there's fake snow, and I mean all of it. And maybe one day, I am not throwing it away. I'm not getting rid of it. Maybe one day in the future I will, and I'll go back to it, and maybe I will be regretful of it, but I just don't have the time right now. But also I'm like, oh, would the kids really like it? But no, they're just going to fuck. Brooks is going to fuck around with it.
I don't think so. So this is actually one of the traditions I keep.
Okay.
I fucking love decorating for Christmas. It's also one of those things, going back to the debt, I have like over the years, like never wanted to go, like I could probably go spend $1,000 at Target today on stuff to put in my house, but like I don't want to do that. So I have just like collected things over the years that like, I'm like, oh, this is cute. That can have a place, like that kind of thing. But I will say I too am not a fan of decorating to the point of like clutteredness. So like, I won't do any of those little town setups. Also, I think those are like truly some white people shit. So that's probably like, I don't know. Because for a long time, they didn't make black people to go in those little towns.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Are you kidding me?
Probably not. I don't know. We didn't have them. Don't quote me. Someone's going to be like, Rashida, stop making this about race. It's not about race.
No.
We have black people, little people. Maybe
you wouldn't. I mean,
maybe.
Yeah.
But for that reason, I'm not a cluttered. I like clean space. So I will say that I am fully in on a lot of decorations, but in my opinion, they are tastefully done.
Yeah, right.
But my mom was like crates and crates and crates of Christmas decorations, and I too am crates.
Yes. Oh my God. But you get it all out?
Yeah.
All of it?
Yes. In fact, I was starting to feel so. I already have all of my Christmas lights up outside.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, it was a nice weekend. I don't know when you guys did it, but
they've been up for like 2 weeks.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
Proud of you.
I really love it.
Yeah.
And it was nice.
Yeah.
And it was nice outside. So I was like, I need to get out here and do this. And I've been like adding little bits and pieces.
You did it, not Ben?
No, this is my thing.
Okay.
This is like, I don't even like it when he comes outside and tries to suggest something.
Yeah.
I'm like, F off. And I'm already starting to feel, I love Christmas.
You're like Clark Griswold. Okay.
I know. Yeah. I'm also keeping another piece that I'm keeping is my love for Christmas. My mom loved it.
Yeah.
And so I am already sad that we do not have our Christmas tree up yet.
Oh, yeah. Come on. You'll get it.
I know.
Oh, you get a real one?
No, I just have no time.
Okay.
And so, because I like to have my Christmas tree up, it's a lot of work for it to only be up for like 3 weeks.
It is. It is so much work. Yes.
Earlier.
Yes. Yes.
But that's one of my keeps. I love decorating.
Yes. I do too. It is fun. I still think it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of work to put it all down, take it all down.
Mm-hmm.
But I started a lot earlier this year. Like on Halloween, I started putting away Halloween, and I was like, this feels aggressive, but I'm done with it. And I have time. So
yeah. I had a problem with it. Parker was like, are you getting rid of these pumpkins? I was like, I sure am, little girl.
Yes.
Because Christmas is coming. Santa is here. Come.
Yes. Yep. Choo-choo.
Yeah.
All aboard. So I have started decorating. We do have our tree up, but we don't have lights out. That's Brian's. He's the director of exterior lighting at our house. And so he's gonna do that on his time, which I don't agree with, but whatever. And He should have done it yesterday when it was nice out, but
Yep. Mm-hmm.
that's on him. And yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
my deranged looking face. Like, yeah, Christmas is
I need to I still had the American Girls website still up, so it was like distracting me, and I lost my train.
No, I was just like, yeah.
It's gone now.
I love Christmas, lots of lights.
Yeah,
and I'm a weirdo, and I only like also kind of, I guess, taken from my mom. My mom only liked blue and clear lights outside.
okay.
Only all of our Christmas time.
Okay.
Even
I feel like it's like the Jewish vibes.
It is, and I didn't realize that until now.
But Jewish people don't celebrate. They celebrate Hanukkah. They don't celebrate Christmas.
Correct. So whatever.
But if they would have put lights out,
Blue was my mom's favorite color.
Oh, okay.
Everything was blue, white, and I am a strictly clear color girl.
Yes. Same.
Mm-hmm.
So much, and then like Brian will just try to like add like little pops of multicolor, and I have to give it to him, and I'm like, it doesn't look clean, crisp. You know, I'm not like in my house. I'm not all like monotone gray or
me
tan.
But for some strange reason, I'm just like,
yes. What about inflatables?
No inflatables.
No.
I'm also, this is like, people are very particular about like their decorations. Like people,
they are.
You're like, you like inflatables or you don't, or you like colored lights or you don't. Like there's a strong,
yes.
No, I'm anti-inflatables, but I will say that if a child, no one's asked for one. So
I was gonna say
next year, if next year Ben, I don't want to plate up.
No,
if Dom or
plate up.
Can we get this?
Just got a little plate up.
Yeah. If one of them are like, "Can we get this?" I would be like,
"Yeah,
okay."
They are on sale right now. There's this new-ish store that opened out by me, so it'd be a bit of a drive for you. But it's called Ollie's, Ollies, like discount market. I think it's like a ripoff of Big Lots, kind of.
Oh, okay.
They had like, oh yes, they have like ginormo. Apparently, I don't know. I saw an ad for it. Like ginormous, 10-foot tall, maybe taller inflatables for like $30. So pretty cheap.
Okay,
so.
I'm gonna
just tuck that back in your little memory bank, so in case Dom or P come and ask and you.
Yes. No.
Yeah. Labels can get expensive.
This one of the other things I do and added to, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So my mom would listen to the Temptations. Had a Christmas album.
Oh yeah, I bet that's a good one.
Oh, it's so good, and it reminds me of childhood. So, we had it on tape. And so when we were decorating for the holidays, my mom would put the Temptations tape on.
Yeah.
We would listen to that like top to bottom. And so I also do that. So I have
I love that
playlist that is curated with like some from my childhood, some from Ben's childhood. And then like extras that we just love. And so like my hope is that the way I feel about growing up, like when I hear the Temptations, like I'm transported back to like like Rashida, and so that my kids will feel that way too about listening. Putting up.
Oh yeah. Oh, they for sure will. I'll be very nostalgic.
Yeah.
One thing that I have added to our list that we didn't do a lot when I was growing up and is doing all of like the Christmassy events, like. Even as small as like we plan one night when we just all get in the car, get like a fun drink, for Brian, that's a Diet Dr. Pepper. For Ellie, it's a hot chocolate or a chocolate milk. And then for me, it's, some kind of, I don't know. So we get a fun drink and then we just drive around to all of the different neighborhoods. And we try to find just look at everyone's Christmas lights. It'll be like pretty close to Christmas. So like all of them are up. We know the we've figured out that the neighborhoods that are like I don't know if this is going to be PC to say, but the neighborhoods that are a little bit ouge, have a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
Go way off, go all out.
They do all like 1 million balloons. Like they're the like that's not. It's like it's like the ritzy uppity people.
It's just
between.
Yeah,
I'm like in between. So like those who got money are paying somebody to like perfectly line their roofs.
Yeah,
the rest of us are going to Lowe's and we're
Yes.
just like buying some shit.
That's us
And
too.
then some people take it too far.
Yes. And
That
we love
makes
those
the
people
best
that take it too far.
Yes, that makes the best
Yeah.
for child looking.
It does. Yes, it does. Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
So the more inflatables, the roof, and I want the entire roof, shingles, siding, windows outlined. I want it all. But so like that's one, we never did that when I was little. And then like breakfast with Santa, maybe that's like a newer thing that's come around since we've but we've got 2 to go to this year. I don't know if we're going to go to both, but this do like all of the Christmassy stuff, driving through Tilly's Park and all of the winter wonderlandy lights stuff. We didn't do that when we were little. And
Is it Tilly's?
Tillis?
I
There's 2 different parks that are named pretty much the same. There's
like,
I don't know.
Tilly. It's her park.
Well,
Maybe I'm wrong. I've always
No.
Tillis, but I could be wrong.
Is Tilly's the one that there's one on like Hampton?
There is one, like closer in the city, also called Tilly's.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, we go to the Winter Wonderland, that one.
Yep.
So yeah, adding those kind of, Candy Cane Lane, walking, getting out and walking through that. It helps that my brother lives down there too.
This is an ad for me as well. And I don't know if that is because maybe they didn't have all of these when we were younger. I'm not sure. But it's also an ad I love going to. Our 2 that we go to every year that we have always gone to since Dom was a baby is Mobot, the Botanical Garden.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
That's
so good.
Yeah.
They sell booze too, and it's even.
They do.
Yeah,
and
next level.
Walk and you like the kids. It's so great. So that one.
Yep.
Then we do the Wonderlights Christmas that you drive through at the Worldwide Technology race park.
Yes.
Those are the best drive-through ones.
Yes.
And so those are the 2 we do all the time. And then this year we're actually doing something new, or starting a new tradition, I hope.
Okay.
Is we got a party bus.
I knew it. Yes, go on.
Yes.
With kids?
Yeah. So we got I'm so pumped. Yes. So we got a party bus, and the kids are all going to be jacked to just be on a bus.
Oh,
right.
Candy cane.
And so everywhere,
Yeah.
it's going to be chaos, sugar out the butt. Parents will have party.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing, so it's picking us and 4 other families up here, some of our friends from college and stuff, picking us up here. And then we'll go to 2 to 3 places. I think we'll do the motorway, Tilly's Park.
I don't know how to see it.
And probably Candy Cane Lane, since that one's free.
Yeah.
To, wait in the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just go see lights and drink. So if that goes well, we'll definitely make that a tradition.
That I have been wanting to do that. I think that sounds like such a blast. We got scared because we had a lot of people in our friend group have a baby still, and it's how do you bring a baby on this thing? Do they need a car seat?
No, so we've got the youngest. We've got I guess we got a 6-month-old going, but her mom
could probably
her
wear.
I'll just the rest are between 3 and 6. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're golden,
and they're getting jazzed.
Yes. Oh yeah.
It's be on this bus.
Good for you.
Jammies. We're gonna listen to Christmas in between. I'm so pumped. So yes, that's
good for you.
Yes.
Good for you.
One last thing for me that I kind of keep. So every year we got to open one gift before the day before Christmas.
Oh.
And ours it's a little different now because Ben's parents always did Christmas Eve. And then I insist on being in my own home when my kids wake up for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
We are at Ben's parents' house until basically our kids are about to fall asleep, and we do all of our gifts over there. So those gifts are from grandma, grandpa, aunts and uncles, blah blah blah. And then the Santa and gifts from mom and dad are at the house the next day. And so when I was growing up, we only did Christmas Day, with my whole family. So we would wake up in the morning was immediate family, and then my aunts and uncles and cousins would come over later in the day.
Yeah.
And you only had to open one gift on the night before Christmas, and it was always pajamas. Always.
Yes.
Always a new pair of pajamas. Without but for whatever reason, I loved it. Knowing when it was going to open, I still was just yes, I love it. I want the jammies. And so when I had Dom, I was I am never going to be one of those parents that buys matching jammies for their kids. And then I had P, and I was
and you're like,
matching jammies is really cute.
it's so cute.
It's so cute. And so I like carried and changed a bit that tradition.
Yeah.
They don't even really open it as a gift. I just put it on them before we Grandma and Grandma's house to come home. But like they take their photos by the fireplace, and they're and so I put them in Christmas jammies.
Oh, I love that. We did not do that growing up, but this year I was going to give them Christmas jammies for St. Nick's Day. So that way get some more life. I mean, we have Christmas jammies year round.
Christmas jammies family. But that's actually smarter, because that is the one thing about giving them on the Christmas Eve is that like you don't get to wear them.
Yeah. Right.
And actually, maybe we'll do both this year, because I want them to have like cute jammies to wear under the party bus. So
watch out. Carter's has got some. The bad thing though with Carter's is they sell it so quickly, so you have to get on it. But
Burt's Bees, I'm a Burt's Bees.
Burt's Bees is cute. Yeah, Burt's Bees is so good. Actually, I gotta say, Carter's last year it wasn't the same quality. Like they both, or Ellie like wore through her knees, and it's not like she's like scooting around on her knees. You know, she was fine.
Oh,
so yeah. So anyway, maybe she was. Anyway, yeah. Well, good for us for creating new traditions, carrying on the ones that feel most right for us.
I think so. And I think sorry, go ahead. I was going to cut you off.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna say, and just for also going back to breaking those generational cycles too. Don't beat it.
I'm proud of us, but this could have been a sad episode, but I think like I'm leaving this feeling like Christmas.
Yep.
Like
same.
I'm leaving this feeling like, all right, this is a good, because it's been really warm here, I think.
Yeah, it's been
That's caused me to be like,
it's unseasonable.
Like Christmas. Like 70 degrees a couple days ago.
Yes.
Totally normal for this time of year here in St. Louis. And so I feel like, this conversation has got me like, oh my gosh.
Good.
We're doing it.
Well, it's time to jingle those bells, sister. Let's go.
It is, and drink all the holiday drinks and gain all the holiday pounds. I'll see you in January.
Yeah, we'll be like, we are getting it on. By that I mean back on the wagon with diets and such.
Yeah. Until then, I never knew her.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, we're just really setting it up for so bad. Awesome.
Cool. Well, I think that's it, guys. I think we got it.
Yeah. Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays.
All right, gals. Thanks so much for listening to the Grieving Mamas Club podcast. When times get tough, just remember, you're a badass bee and you got this, mama.